Good morning. Welcome to the new video. It's been a couple weeks since I put a video up. Just wanted to do an update. For those of you who might not be aware of some of the details of the Thru-Hike and the finish of the Thru-Hike, and just kind of give a little nutshell, if you will, of the Thru-Hike itself, and a little update on the post-trail info as far as health, my back, what's next, the book, the magazine. Not a long video, just a little bit of an update. There's a lot of videos coming down the pike here the next few days, so this will just be that one to kind of get everything kick-started as far as a nutshell video, if you will. So let's get right into it. For those of you who may not know, I did finish my Appalachian Trail Thru-Hike on the 16th of September. I summited Katahdin, I shall say, on the 16th of September. Started February 2nd. As you can see, that's about 7 months. So like, wow, that's a long time at the pace I was going. For those of you who do not know, I had 2 months off because of Lyme. Hit me pretty hard. Bennington, Vermont was the first place it hit me. I got really bad fever, just really sick. Started immediately on the doxycycline. Then went back to trail one day and thought I was going to die. I was just getting physically sick to my stomach, dizzy, nauseous, headaches, migraines, pouring sweat. Just, it was horrible. Did all I could do to get to where I was going that night so I could get out the next morning. Then I took a month off, not vacation at all, but just tried to recoup and heal up. Went back and it was actually worse. So I had to take another month off. Total of 2 months. Went back to Crawford Notch in the Whites where I left off and finished the last 350 miles. 16th of September, summited Katahdin. Very strong, very much healthy again at that point. Those of you know, I summited Katahdin the day after having a bunch of spasms in my back. I'd been having some back issues the last couple of days in the exact same spot that I fractured when I was on the PCT 2 years ago. So it was worrisome, but I kept pushing through because I'm at the end and it's what I do. I push through regardless if I'm at the end or not. I just push through. So I was pushing through. And day before the spasms, I could barely walk. I could barely bend over. I could barely lay down, stand up, anything. Couldn't pick up my backpack for a good long time. That simple 20 pounds was too much pressure to get in my hands and pick up to even put on. So it was worrying me whether I was even going to be able to summit Katahdin. Getting 5 miles away and not be able to finish would not sit with me very well. As you probably know about me, I pushed through. It was sore. It was debilitating at times. It was tough, but I got through it. So we'll get to that in a second. Let's just talk about, in a nutshell, the hike itself. Started February 2nd in Georgia. Epic, epic, beautiful views everywhere. Had some snow and ice when I hit Tennessee, North Carolina, and then Tennessee. The Smokies were actually somewhat mild. I took a 0 in Stokoa Gap so I could avoid some weather that had been through there, and it was going through there. And so when I went, it was nice and sunny and mild. When I say mild, remember this is mid-February, so 50s, maybe 60 during the day and like freezing at night. But I got through 30-mile day on my second day, which got me to Newfound Gap. And then I took a 0 with a friend who Thru-Hiked last year, a good friend of mine, and we had some time together, which was great. It was also because of weather. Some weather was coming in, wanted to avoid that and then go back. Well, unfortunately, when I went back, the weather was getting worse over the next day or so. I was going to get down to 5s, 10s, like at 5,000 feet, 6,000 feet would even be lower, ice and snow everywhere. So I decided, since there was already ice and snow everywhere, when I went over Klingman's Dome, it was a rough 30-mile day, I'll tell you that. I did not want to add to that as it would be dangerous. So I decided to go to Davenport Gap and skip that 30-mile section until later and keep on going through Max Patch into Hot Springs. So that's what I did. Still needed to go back and finish that 30-mile section of the Smokies, which was done after Katahdin. So that's where we are now. The Thru-Hike is finished. We are all done. 2,500 miles, including side trails. to summits. If you know me at all, I chase those summits. So I go into side trails pretty much everywhere except Maine. I wasn't going in there because at that point I just wanted to get done. So 2,500 mile total, a little bit in addition to that, and 2197.4 of the Appalachian Trail. I think it was about 455,000 feet of elevation. Total of 153 days when you take those 2 months out that I was completely off trail. I count the zeros in my days, I count Neros, I count everything. Did not count those 2 months because obviously I was off trail. Wasn't even on trail to count as a zero. I was getting myself healed up and running through doctor's tests and everything else. But it was an epic journey this year. I didn't have any pains, no problems doing most days, a marathon day, anywhere from 22 to 28, 29, 30. I conquered the 4-state challenge this year. Very proud of that. Had nothing to do with anybody else except proving it to myself, because I'm not supposed to be the man that could do something like that with all the health problems and everything else I've had. But I'm on top of those health problems now. They're water under the bridge, and I'm going to keep conquering any of the things that happen along the way. Healed up good from Lyme. The journey was just epic. I don't know. Go back and watch the final video, which is also a documentary of the year, and get a little more detail of that. There's, I don't know, 150 videos out throughout the year of daily videos. If you haven't been watching, go check them out. I'm not going to spend too much time on that right now. All I know is the Thru-Hike is finished. Be my 5th Thru-Hike so far in my Thru-Hiking career, which is my life now. So it will be there until I can't walk anymore, until I can't climb mountains anymore. I will be a mountain summiter and Thru-Hiker till the day I die, as far as I'm concerned. So there's many more to come, which brings me to what's next. But first, before we talk about what's next, let's talk about the post-trail health. If you see my video from last year, it is a real thing with anxiety and depression after the trail. You have so much dopamine and endorphins running through your body that when you stop, it can really wreak havoc on your emotional state of mind. In normal, if you want to call it normal, to me, the trail is normal, mountains are normal, but let's call it normal society. I have a lot of problems with overload of my senses, colors, sounds, and people moving. I get very high anxiety, messes with my vertigo, causes all kinds of problems. That is so much more intensified coming off the trail. So I have been struggling with that over the last couple of weeks. I'm handling it quite a bit better than I did last year. I will admit that. And it could be because I have other problems that I'm focusing on these last couple of weeks. But that is all in all good. A lot of anxiety, stress, you know, the dreams, missing the trail, missing the mountains, all that's a part of it. But I actually was a little bit more sore. Even though I injured myself last year and got off, it wasn't as bad as this year. My injury wasn't as bad this year as last year, but I was definitely more sore. The back was really jacked up, and really until just the last day or two, it has been jacked up. Sleeping, standing, coughing, breathing, it's really caused some havoc. This is the longest I haven't been on a trail. The last couple weeks. It's been a couple weeks since the last video. It's been a couple weeks since I've been on top of Katahdin. It's just not what I was supposed to be doing right now because of the health. The back was just jacked up, and I just wanted that to get completely healed. I've been having some problem with my plantar, the heel and arch area of my left foot, and I actually think that came from those problems from when the first time I was off healing up with Lyme. I was pushing myself by jogging on concrete, and I really think I hurt that foot. It'll heal. It's not injured. It's just sore, and gets really sore at times. Usually I can rub it out. It gets better. It's nothing serious at all. Just little things like that, and my knees being stiff, which that's normal. The aches and pains of my joints, my nerves being on edge, all of those are normal. Just a normal wear and tear of being off that Thru-Hike and having to heal up on some things. So that's where I've been. The back has been a new thing. That stopped me from, because normally I want to heal up, I want to relax, I want to chill out, but I still want to keep hiking and walking a little bit to help that transition a little better. Because I'm also the type that in between Thru-Hikes, I'm still doing 20-mile days, I'm still climbing mountains. I might just be doing 3 or 4 days a week and going home, not, you know, hike, camp, every night. So that's where everything is right now, just letting that back heal up. I'll be out there in the trail probably the next day or so because I'm feeling, or in the next couple days at least, feeling a lot better. in the back, but I'm still not going to really do anything strenuous. I'm still walking, still obviously exercising my body, getting out there, stretching, so forth and so on. Not going to push anything strenuous until that's completely healed up, because I don't want that to create a problem later on, because I already have most likely arthritis in my back from the break a couple of years ago, and the arthritis, you know, that sets in, and the osteoporosis, which causes osteoarthritis as well. So there are some issues there, but I'm feeling very strong, ready to go on my next Thru-Hike. Don't ask me what the next Thru-Hike is, because I don't know yet. That will be a different video for a different day, where I let you know what is coming up next year, and possibly this year. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? There will definitely be a lot of videos this year of different mountain summiting and so forth. Some good old winter hikes. Lots of good video from this channel will continue, so keep tuned. As far as what's coming, I've been working on my book a lot. It's almost completely finished and into the editing stage. I would say within the next 30 days or so, it should be out and released for you to read. The Birth of a Thru-Hiker. Totally different than most of the books out there you read about the trail, because it's not about any particular trail or journey. It's about how a birth of a Thru-Hiker happens. What caused me to be a Thru-Hiker. The destiny that was purposed for me from the beginning of time, before I even knew what my name was. So it's a good read, I think. I think you'll enjoy how it all connects in my life, and how the trail and Thru-Hiking just runs through my veins. And being on top of those mountains just runs through my veins. Most of you have a good idea of that from the videos that you've seen if you've been following. This just expands and goes much more into detail. I think it's a good read. I think a lot of you will enjoy it. So I look forward to that being in your hands. Also working on the Thru-Hiker magazine, which will be launched at the beginning of next year. A video will be coming soon about what's next. But just know your man Fortune is doing good. I am healthy. I am strong. I am getting relaxed and rested and healed up, ready for the next one, and to continually be in shape and conditioned for at any time I could just go on a Thru-Hike. You never know when the next one is. It could be today. It could be as soon as I stop this video, I could be heading out there to a mountain. One last thing I want to say in going, it definitely burdens my heart. So I do want to say that our thoughts and our prayers, my thoughts and my prayers, all of you listening, I know, and your thoughts and prayers too, for the people of Appalachia, in the south, east, North Carolina, Tennessee, Georgia a little bit, but it didn't get hit too bad, but definitely North Carolina, and even South Carolina, and Southern Virginia, how bad it got hit with Hurricane Helene. Being in Florida for 25 years, I know how bad hurricanes can be. You put that with mountains and washouts, and yeah, not good. Not good. A lot of people lost their lives. A lot of people lost their homes. A lot of people lost their communities and towns, just washed away. And if you can do anything, find a good charity that you trust in and help out. I don't think they really want a lot of people going to those areas right now, as they're still trying to get the roads opened up and to power up. Oh my goodness, everything's just down. No food, no water. And I know a lot of people are stepping up and helping those people. And, you know, with the local restaurants and such, it's going to be a long time rebuilding that area. So my heart goes out, and my thoughts and prayers. And I just want to take about 10 seconds here for a moment of silence for those who lost their lives with this hurricane, if you'll join me. God bless all the families who have lost their families, their homes, their communities. May peace be with you, and may you find some sort of joy and peace in this time of suffering. Stay tuned to the videos. There'll be more updated videos coming, or more videos on updates and what's coming next. I'll be breaking down some things of my opinions of the trail. I will also have a video out there that will talk about how to get into Baxter and up Katahdin on a Thru-Hike, because it's a very confusing thing to a lot of Thru-Hikers, and I want to make sure that I spell it all out. No need to stress. It's quite an easy, simple way of doing it, and no need to stress going in. It's your last day. It's your last climb. And I want to break it all down on how to do that. And then also how to get off of Katahdin back home, because that's a lot of times that stresses out people too on their Thru-Hikes, where they don't know what to do when they get done. So I want to break that down in a video as well. that will also be coming here shortly. Stay tuned. I love y'all. Remember, live life.